Hello everyone. In this video, I will tell you how to publish Power BI Desktop to Power BI Cloud Service. Like every Microsoft application, there could be more than 3 ways of doing one thing. So in this video, I will walk you through 3 ways of publishing to Power BI Cloud Service. We will use a real case example and do it step by step. What I'm showing here is a Power BI Desktop. We're going to publish this to Power BI Service. The prerequisite is you will need to create first a workspace in Power BI Cloud. I have a few workspace already created. To create a new workspace, just click New Workspace and continue from there. Let's go back to the Power BI Desktop. We are in the Power BI Desktop and have all the reports ready. Click Publish. In this drop-down box, there are all the space I created. I choose this one. Select Publishing. Okay, it's published successfully. Let's go back to the Power BI service. In the Power BI service, one lake data, the test, just published. Click Refresh Now. We can see there is a error message. This is a very popular error message saying the credentials is missing. Why is that? Let's go back and fix this error. Back to the Power BI desktop. Transform data, check the data source. In most of the enterprises, the OneDrive and SharePoint is used. For the sake of simplicity, most of the time we will sync the reports from SharePoint to OneDrive. In this example, the source file is from the SharePoint file synced to OneDrive. But as we can see, the link is not in the clouds anymore, even though it is in SharePoint. What's showing here is from my local file. So we need to update the local file path to the SharePoint path. We can click the Change Source Open and update the path. The next question is, how do we get the SharePoint link? That's easy. Let's take a look. I will use one source file as example. It's called bsload. Click this open. That is source file. Once the source file opened, go to File, Info. From here, copy path. That would give us the link for the SharePoint file. Copy. I will paste it here so we can take a look. So this is the address for the SharePoint file. Once we have this link, remove the letter part, unnecessary part. Just keep it here, the file name. Now copy this address and go back to the Power BI desktop. Let's locate the right source file. Yes, load. There it is. Select the source file, click Change Source. Here, replace. Click OK. After I change the source file address from the local file to SharePoint file, we can see this logo changed. Now click Close. It says there are pending changes in your query. You can click Apply Changes. We just talked about how to link Power BI Desktop to the source file. The preferred way is to link directly to SharePoint. To save time, we will not be doing it one by one. In this new version, I changed already all the source file. Let's take a look. Transform data, data source setting. So in this test example, we can see all the source files are linked with the SharePoint. Let's now do it together with the method 1, publish from the Power BI desktop. Click Publish. Choose the Power BI Service workspace and publish. The Power BI desktop is published to the Power BI Service. Let's go back to the Power BI Service and take a look. Click One Lake Data. The test 1 is published. Refresh here. Click it open. It shows refreshed already. We can also check the refresh history. Once it's refreshed, we can click the report open. All right, the report is published now to the Power BI service. Let's go back to Workspace. This is the data model we just published. This is the report. In the model, go to Settings. Let's take a look for the data model settings. When we publish directly from the Power BI desktop, the data source credentials is recorded here. In the future, if you changed the password, you can come here to update the credentials. Always select Auth tool, organizational, sign in. In most of the cases, the Pro license for the Power BI service is linked with organizational account. Let's take one more look. Just click the credentials open, select Auth tool, organizational, sign in, and sign in with the Pro license account. So in this first method, when we publish through Power BI desktop to Power BI service, the data source credentials will be recorded clearly. And in the future, if there's any updates in the password, we can come here and easily to edit the credentials. This is the first way to publish. Let's now test the second. I will save the same test file with another name, test2. Save. At the same time, I create another test case, test3. This will help us to show how to publish in 3 ways. Next, I will show you the second way to publish to Power BI service. The second way will be from the Power BI service directly. Go to the workspace, upload. Select OneDrive for business. I select the source file from here. Test2, upload. This second way is upload directly from the clouds. The speed seems to be faster than the first one when we publish directly from the Power BI desktop. Data model and report are both visible. Let's click the report open. The report is loaded. Let's take a look at the settings. Go to the data model, settings. Let's check if there's a difference than the first option. Data source credentials. We can also see the credentials. Also sign in the same way, in case there's anything that needs to be updated. Then here, we can see is uploaded through OneDrive. Let's check the gateway. Let's compare again. The first method, settings. We can see the difference between the first one and the second one. The second one is loaded from the OneDrive, so we can see this OneDrive connection is visible. In the first method, there's no OneDrive connection. The data source credentials are the same. That is the second way. Let's now go through the third way. Again, go to the Power BI service workspace, upload. In the second method, we upload it from the OneDrive for business. In the third way, we upload from the SharePoint. 3 upload, also very fast. Let's click the report open. So the report is loaded as expected. Let's take a look at the settings again. Choose the data model, settings. Let's see. There's OneDrive refresh and data source. It also allows us to update the credentials. So it seems there is no big difference between these 3 ways. To summarize, we just walked through together 3 ways of publishing Power BI desktop to Power BI service. It seems there's no big difference between the 3, except if we publish directly from the Power BI desktop. Next time, if there's any change in the data model, we need to publish again from the Power BI desktop, then refresh in the Power BI service. And if we upload directly in the Power BI service from the workspace, then next time we can just refresh from the Power BI service. It does not even allow us to publish from the Power BI desktop. Then The key message is quite many times we could publish and refresh successfully. But from time to time, there could be this annoying error message. The refresh failed. One way to fix that is just make sure all the source file linked directly to the SharePoint. Let's take a look once more. This is the case example we used within the first method. So even though the data source is saved in the cloud, because I synced the SharePoint file to my local server, then the path is showing my local server. The way to fix that is to change the source and replace the path in the local server with the SharePoint file path. In this way, the Power BI service will recognize the path every time correctly without any confusions. So if you encounter this error in the future, refresh failed because credentials is missing in one or multiple source files, try this way. Thank you again for sharing your valuable time with us today. I hope you'll find the information valuable. I'm Jennifer Liang, finance expert who love BI tools.